Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of our nature walk. Sorry, I forgot my words. With Jerome Privy, we are going to Flagstaff versus the pineapple track.
Through the via the
Okay.
pineapple track.
Why is it a V? Oh, is that via?
Yeah, via.
Okay, somehow I thought it was a VS.
So yeah, we're heading to Woodhall, as mentioned.
Yes. Which is a really nice park, but then it's really creepy at the same time.
Why? What?
Because it's secluded. And it's like there's nothing there.
What do you mean? It's the middle of the
Woodhall.
suburbs.
Woodhall.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's suburbs behind it. There's suburbs to the hill on top of it.
It's
There's
just
suburbs.
like not on the main road.
It's right next to the Northern Highway. I mean,
Yeah,
the
but
Northern
the
Motorway.
Highway isn't really a northern highway. As in, like, it's not busy.
It is. It's the Northern Motorway. It's the only thing linking
No.
Dunedin to Christchurch.
No, I disagree. There's only one lane.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not that busy.
Well, because it costs a lot of money to build more than one lane. I mean, you don't.
But my point is,
It's a motorway.
it's very secluded, and it's stuck
It's
in
a
the
motorway,
corner.
and it's a motorway, not a freeway. A freeway has multiple lanes. A motorway has only two, but you can.
But this
move
one only
faster.
has one. How about that?
No, I mean one lane per.
Okay, we have stops. Why did we stop?
No, it's just a scenic area. I just stand there.
Okay.
It looks better.
It's not
in
much of a view, though.
What
Is that a pond?
The light? That's the Leith. That's the river.
Ugh.
Thing is, the light at this point is completely washed out because one of the lenses was in shade. So when it gets in shade, the other one starts overcompensating and becomes too bright. Remember, this is very early on, so I didn't know how the camera operate. I don't know how the camera operates till I start editing it. So now I know that I need to keep one lens in sunshine most of the time. So yeah, this is just one of the tracks around. I think the Leith River track is what it's called.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you Google these tracks before you head out?
No, I just randomly walk around until I find something.
What?
Well, it's a combination of randomly walking
That's
around.
so dangerous.
It's not. It's literally the city. We're in the middle of. This is right behind the suburbs. There's suburbs on the hill on top. There's suburbs on the bottom. Like we don't really get out of the suburbs till we hit the pineapple track. Like there's a mode. There's like.
But how do you know if you're going in the right direction? That's a good question.
I don't know.
You don't even have a compass.
Just look at which way the sun goes, and it's everything in New Zealand is fairly like compared to Fiji. Everything in New Zealand is fairly well labeled. I can just walk along a path, reach the end of the path, and then know pretty well whether I should be there and where it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it was literally labeled Leith River Track or something. Leith River Walk.
right, okay.
Yeah, it was labeled.
But you're going to Flagstaff.
Yes. So yeah, now I'm walking up to Ross Creek. I'm walking up the Ross Creek track to the Ross Creek Reservoir.
Oh my goodness, I want to go here.
It's right there.
Oh my goodness, because you can go swimming here.
No, you can't. There's a sign there that's saying they might be toxic.
Oh my goodness.
They may be
you
toxic.
know, okay, this is probably not the right place.
They might be toxic
What's
algae.
it called?
That's the Ross Creek Reservoir. There's a school right next to it. I mean,
My friends have gone swimming.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Well, if you do that and you get killed, you can't sue the government. Why do you like swimming here? It's so cold.
Sometimes we have hot days. And it's adventurous.
Freezing to death isn't adventurous.
No, of course not. You just go for a dip. But going to places like that is adventurous. I mean, what you're on is an adventure. Which is surprising that you don't even know if you're on the right track.
Well, I've been to the Ross Creek area multiple times.
Is it far?
No, it's just up Woodhall. Like behind Woodhall.
Oh,
Yeah, it just goes up there. Yeah.
cool.
So I've just randomly found this place multiple times, and then walked around it, and then I walked back. Like this has been like, I've been doing this since
Right,
like
this is
second
not
year.
just you going out and being like, I want to go up Flagstaff.
Yeah, I don't usually pick just a random direction and go. I usually
Okay.
have
That
some
makes
idea.
sense.
I usually have some idea of where I'm going, and then when I go there, I find signs pointing towards other places.
Yeah.
And then I follow those signs, and then eventually, if I walk back and forth along the area long enough, I notice small things and then I follow those tracks.
True.
Yeah, so right now I'm walking up to Craigieburn, which is...
Craigieburn. That used to be a suburb in Melbourne where I used to live.
Well, here it's just an old... It used to be an old, I think, dairy farm, cow farm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Craigieburn.
See, how do you know if you're on the right track?
It was labelled. Craigieburn this way.
Okay. Cool. Is that Flagstaff?
Nope, that's a random power pole.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this is the remains, the foundations of... Like, basically, when the farmers who were there, they just gave this piece of land over to the the city council
Back
to turn
to the
into a reserve.
crown.
Yeah. Yeah, not to the crown, but to the council as sort of a nature reserve. So it's remained a nature reserve. So it's like surrounded by suburbs. There's a mountain behind it, but then one area is maintained as sort of like it's full of walking tracks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this small place here called Hannah's View.
Cute.
That
is a good view.
Yeah, the camera doesn't really do it justice.
Yeah, don't you just hate that? Like, you want to capture it forever, but you can't.
Yeah, it really sucks.
Even my iPhone can't. No, it's got good specs.
But then to be fair, I'm sure all
No
of us...
comments.
I'm sure all of our eyes see everything differently, so...
Okay. I see that. That's a good point. See, if I was here...
A minute of silence for all the colorblind people.
There are color correcting glasses, though. There's so many videos on Facebook.
And this is the pineapple track. Like, I walked around that area. Craigieburn, Ross Creek. I walked around those areas for months and I didn't even know this track was just right behind it.
What track?
This track I'm on right now. The pineapple. This is the pineapple track.
What? Wait, what? Didn't you realize?
I didn't know it was just right behind Craigieburn.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I kept walking around that area. There's a small stream that sort of meets up at the leaf.
Uh-huh.
I used to follow that track too. And then I just found a sign saying pineapple track. There's a map and there was a sign saying, there's a couple of signs saying, oh, this is an old mill. This is an old thing. This is pineapple track. And I knew a friend back in first year of uni who really liked going up the pineapple track.
Wow.
So I saw, pineapple track on this map. I'll follow it. And then I followed this really weird path around the road that goes around to the backside of Craigieburn. And when I finally reached it, I was like, oh, this is where everything ends up.
Wow.
Oh, I know this place. But yeah.
Do you ever want to Google stuff, though?
Yes, I do. When I'm really... not before I go, but when I go...
Why?
Because walking forwards isn't the hard part. Finding your way back is, so...
But don't you want to know where you're going before you leave the house?
Well, how do I know where I'm going if I don't even know where the thing is? Like how do I know where I'm gonna go if I haven't even been there yet? Like, I don't know what I'm gonna...
But wouldn't you just, Google tracks? Nature tracks?
I think I tried that once, but it didn't really show much. I mean, I remember once, for the Russ Creek waterfall, I Googled,
someone's running.
Yep, this is...
Scary.
No, this is just... People are constantly running back and forth along this track.
Really?
It's exercise.
In the bushes?
People regularly... This is not the bushes. This is just around just behind the city.
I would never... I can't even walk down to the boats.
Dude, this is in Auckland, okay? No one's gonna come up and,
But you never know.
No, everybody just actively just runs out here with their dogs and stuff.
Oof. I'm scared already.
Well-trained dogs.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is stunning.
Yep, it just opens up.
Okay, my favorite thing about creation is the sky. And its constant changes. No sky is the same. Actually, am I talking about the sky or sunset?
Well, technically every... if you got a pure blue sky with no clouds in it, it's gonna look very similar to every other pure blue sky with no clouds in it.
And I think that's stunning. It's beautiful. I literally have a whole album dedicated to it on my phone.
To the sky?
Photo album.
Photo. Okay.
I'm thinking of opening a new Instagram page for it, but then at the same time it's work, so I'd just rather not.
What are you studying again?
I am studying a Bachelor of Science majoring in Human Anatomy.
And you don't want to do work. Oh,
Wow.
just that flare whites everything out and it slowly fades away.
No,
and
but
then...
it's like extra work because I have like 3 pages already. Wow. Oh, that is beautiful.
Yep, you just have to wait for the cloud when you get up, the trees sort of stop growing and you just have like these open fields. You have to walk for a while, but it really does open up.
Oh, that is stunning. That is so stunning.
You can, like, if you're there in person, like here, this camera is capturing everything, but if you're there in person, you can focus on like smaller things. Like you can actually see the city and everything from there if you zoom in enough.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this is north of Dunedin.
Yep, like right towards the mountain I was pointing towards.
Okay.
Note that this is much harder than the Soldiers Monument. It took me like a good three and a half hours.
I'm not walking there.
Yeah, it took a good three and a half hours to get all the way to the top.
Oh, that's actually not that bad.
Yeah, but the Soldiers Monument, I tried it like day before yesterday. It only took like 2 hours. Like it literally took just a little over 2 hours.
But did you go all the way up to Flagstaff, to the monument?
Yes.
What?
No, I walked to the monument, but then instead of...
On Sunday?
Yes. But instead of going up to the monument and walking down the other side, I kept going a little bit, and I walked on another road. So yeah, good news. Yeah, that's an upcoming one. But I can't do it anytime soon because I don't have enough footage. I only have like 10 minutes of footage.
Why?
Well, because I only captured 10 minutes of footage while I was walking.
Oh, on Sunday?
Yeah. So I'll have to record more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the way the clouds part and the sun just peeks out. I stood there for ages just with the camera rolling trying to capture a shot like that.
This is so epic.
Yeah.
2 roads.
No, it's one singular road.
I know. I'm just saying. It looks like 2 roads. Stunning. Such a good day for it, though. You went on a good day.
Ish, not really. Like you'll see towards the afternoon. Like right now, it's sort of starting to get a bit cloudy.
Oh, I honestly hate that about Dunedin. Towards the afternoon, the weather is just like, I give up. I'm tired. I'm tired of being beautiful, and it just goes grey.
No, sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes it's cloudy and then it becomes sunny
But
in the
very
afternoon.
very rarely.
Well, that's actually, like, if I wasn't recording, that's what I would really prefer if I'm going up a mountain, because while you're walking up, during the first half of the day, you don't want hot sun pouring down on you. So, like, when you're walking to the top, it's cloudy, and then when you're walking down, it's nice and sunny and scenic. Like, it gets cloudy for a while, and then it becomes sunny again.
But I would just much rather prefer it to be sunny, because it gets, like, the views are better. But then again, it'd be really hot.
Yeah, it
don't
gets
mind
really
the
hot.
hot,
Yeah. Well, I do. I'm the one walking up the mountain. So.
I mean, I get tan.
Dude, there's some people who just run up this thing. Like, literally,
Gross.
not jog, rug.
Sprint up there.
Not sprint, but, like, a good run. Like, they're just red as... Okay, now the clouds peek out and they come back in, and then they peek out.
Look at you climbing this mountain.
Yeah, so it's very inconsistent. Like, it gets really cloudy, and then it sort of clears back up
But the
again.
landscape of this trail is stunning. I mean, look at the shrubs and stuff. It's like somebody planted it, but I'm pretty sure they didn't. And then there's rocks. There's like big boulders.
Well, I mean, they're not going to go
And then
through all that for the...
grass. Gorgeous. You know what amazes me is that they actually make these tracks. Like, the government makes these tracks.
Well, people use them. They exercise on them and stuff, and that's the joys of having national health care. Everybody just takes more risks.
That's a very good topic. Oh, I'm kind of seeing Dunedin down here. Is that south or central?
Yeah, that's south. That is south down there. South and central, and basically all of Dunedin.
So, when you get to the top, what's beyond Flagstaff?
Plains. The Tireli, I'm not sure what to call it. The Tyrell. It's huge plains and then a couple more mountains. And then the beach. You can see the beach from there too.
Really? Which
Yes.
beach? Long Beach?
No, not Long Beach. Long Beach is all the way, like, further north. Like you can see everything on the south. So you can see
Oh,
Blackhead
okay. So you're
Beach,
looking
Brighton.
back.
Maybe if you really squint your eyes or like carry a spotting scope or something, you might be able to see like the little fishing village at the mouth of the Tareli River.
The one that you went to.
Yeah. I don't think you can see that beach from there, but there's a lake there, I think Lake Waihala or something.
Oh my goodness, I've seen that lake. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, so we were driving to, not Invercargill, a town just before Invercargill. I forgot what it was called because it was such a boring name. Anyways, and just beyond the airport was this magnificent lake, and it was Waihala Lake. And I was like, are you kidding me, Dunedin? You just get stunning by the day. And it was huge. It's like a massive ass lake.
I was actually trying to walk there. That's
No, that's too far.
That was why.
No.
That's how I ended up at the village. I only had like 12 more kilometers left before I could.
Oh no.
But I was like, nope. I already walked 40. My legs hurt. I'm starving.
No.
I think that's the one where I only had like 4 rice balls in my pocket.
Oh my god.
Like I was not expecting everything up to Brighton. Everything up to Brighton was nice. Like you had street lights, you had shops.
And then it's just a straight.
Yeah, basically.
Motorway.
Yeah, like basically it's just Dunedin to Brighton. Everything's fine, and then the same distance from Brighton to that little fishing village. And there's absolutely nothing but pitch darkness. Like no street lights, nothing. Nobody's out.
Thanks.
I didn't even see any animals. I think I heard a couple of birds in the night, and that was just.
It's out there.
Oh, we are at the peak,
We're at the top.
and it's cloudy.
We've made it! Yay!
I stood there for like 15 minutes trying to wait for the suns to like part a little, but
just
it just
your luck
nothing.
to have all this.
It clears up later, but yeah.
Oh, you look so good.
The wind was really blowing at this point. Like that is a warning they give to anyone who walks up there. The weather can really change. You know, you can't just like if you're a novice, don't just start climbing mountains willy nilly.
Ooh, you would not want to trip and hurt your ankle because you're going alone.
Yeah, that's why I have walking sticks. And like if you think this is bad, you should try walking up to Butler's Peak when it's really windy. I mean, that stuff is crazy. So yeah, this time I'm just walking down the path on the opposite side of the mountain. So yeah, I walked up. Yeah, I walked up via the Pineapple Track from Dunedin, and now I'm walking down the other side towards. It's called Flagstaff Forest. You know Moss Gill
Yeah.
on the plains.
No, you did not come home that way.
No, I did not go down to Moss Gill, but the 3 mile road or something.
No.
3 hill road or something. Like basically the road that leads up to Moss Gill.
Yeah.
This track sort of ends there at that road.
Wow. That's actually so far.
Yeah, and then you have to walk back through Kaikorai Valley.
No, bro. What food did you take on this trip?
A couple of candy bars, but I mean this isn't like. I stopped at KFC at Kaikorai Valley. I mean, there's a there's a KFC there.
What are you doing that far though? I thought you were going back to Woodhall.
No, I walked up through Woodhall and then
you're coming the opposite.
and
Why
coming
would
down
you do
the.
that to yourself?
Well, why would I walk down the same way it went up?
It's closer.
That's boring.
But it's closer.
But like,
You wanted to see something else.
no, this is how I've always done it. I always walk down a different way than the way I came.
Okay, I can see how that would work rather than going back the same way.
I mean, when I walked to, I think there are a few exceptions to that. Like when I went to Outram, when I walked to Outram, I had to walk back along the same highway I walked to Outram from. When I went to Moss Gill, I had to walk through Kaikorai Valley and then walk back through Kaikorai Valley. But then the actual part where I went from 3 Mile Road to Kaikorai Valley, there's a walking path. I followed the walking path, and then I walked back up via the main highway. So, different paths.
Yeah.
Same thing when I go to Brighton. When I go to Brighton, I walk on the beach, and then when I come back, I walk on the highway.
Bruh.
Oh, if it's night, then I'll walk on the highway, and then during the day I'll walk back on the beach. It depends on daylight.
You need a reflector jacket.
I have, I was walking to Port Chalmers, I think at night, once, and then I saw this flashing thing on the ground, and I picked it up, and it was one of those flashing things that the bikes have.
Yo, that's good.
Yeah, it was just, the clamp on it sort of failed a little bit.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't stay on the bike, and it just fell off, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep that."
I needed this.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that, and it still hangs on. I can put it on my backpack.
That's good.
Yeah.
You should use that when you walk at night.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Because it's very dark on these roads.
And I have a headlamp on, so I carry it with me in my pocket all the time. So.
You're smiling a lot.
I was listening to a podcast. Yeah.
Do you ever listen to podcasts like 2 or 3 times? The same one?
No, why would I listen to the exact same podcast 2-3 times?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
No, I just listen to a podcast. I'm like, oh, that was nice, and then I delete it. Wipe it from my phone, pretend it never exists.
Next.
Yeah, pretty much. I actually saw a penguin once.
Oh my goodness. I almost got chased. Sorry, that's really cool. I tend to cut people off, and it's really rude.
No, that is literally all I had to say. I saw a penguin once.
That's cool. Was it a little one or a big one?
It was a little one.
Oh, you should have taken it home. I almost got chased by a seal at Tunnel Beach. That was so freaky. Because they don't have legs, so you just automatically assume that they can't run or can't really move quickly. No! They are so fast, and I'm not that fast at running, and I had to run for my life.
Yeah, I remember once I walked down to Smiles Beach, which is like past Tomahawk. It's gonna come up in like the video I'm shooting where we sort of like I'm planning, the video where I went to Solar's Monument. I'm planning to shoot it in 3 parts, so I'm gonna go down to Smiles Beach soon. I went there once during Labor Day, and it was completely packed. Okay, see, this is the road we were on, 3 Mile Road. This one, like, if you go in the opposite direction, it goes down to Musgill. The tracks are deposits there. So I'm walking back to the suburbs. But basically, I went there during Labor Day.
Yeah.
And it was just packed, completely packed full of people, like drunk white people everywhere, all over the sand dunes and everything. Everybody's playing on the beach, and on the beach were 4 huge sea lions. They were just sleeping there.
Sea lions. I'm not saying it wasn't gross. I'm saying like that is so scary. Sea lions are huge.
They're huge.
Scary.
Huge, like the size of cars, and they were just sleeping. People were running around them and playing, and like they were just sleeping there. Like what? Like, they would occasionally use one of their flippers to throw sand on themselves. No, everybody was just.
My gosh!
They were just completely chill. They were just like
crazy.
just sitting there like big blobs.
What a beautiful sight, though.
Just throwing sand into the air.
Oh my
Trying to get some sleep, and everybody was
I'd
just
be freaked out, to be honest.
The entire beach was packed. People just running around everywhere. It is the weirdest.
All these humans are just gone.
Like I have never seen any seals or sea lions on that particular beach at all. Smallest. I forgot the actual. It has a weird spelling.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen anybody on any like sea lions or seals on the beach in particular. I've seen a bit at Lawyer's Head / St Kilda.
Yeah.
Saw one there. I saw one on Tomahawk, but I haven't. I mean Tomahawka. It's actually called Tomahawka. Entire time.
You keep on saying
It looks like Tomahawk, but it's Tomahawka for some reason.
Tomahawka.
Yeah, so like the smallest beach, just that's the first time I saw any like significant wildlife there. They were just packed full of people. It was
really
so
cool.
weird.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just walking back through the suburbs at this point.
Kaikorai Valley?
Nope. I'm approaching Kaikorai Valley. This is sort of on the hills behind Kaikorai Valley.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
I mean, it's a valley for a reason. It's between 2 mountains.
The valleys.
Yep. And then I stopped at KFC, and I think at this point they was just starting to implement social distancing, so I couldn't actually
Oh, wow. This is just before lockdown.
Yeah, so I couldn't actually eat at KFC. I had to, like, eat in the bus stop.
No.
Yeah.
That's so sad because you're, like, tired.
Yeah, well. I still can't get any KFC because,
You don't have a car.
Yes.
Why don't you just order Uber Eats?
They don't do Uber Eats.
I mean, KFC does their own delivery.
KFC does not deliver in Dunedin.
Wow.
Yeah, so KFC...
Which is so shocking because Dunedin is little.
Okay, now I'm walking out of Kaikorai. I don't think I actually filmed anything. I think I did film something in Kaikorai Valley itself down there, but the footage was kind of... why?
Driving up it?
Yeah?
It's just...
You're driving up it.
Yeah, but it's... Have you watched Princess Diaries?
No.
There's this scene where she's driving up the hill with her grandma in an older car, and the brakes don't work.
And you're
the
scared.
manual.
And you're scared of that.
And they roll back. And that's my fear every time I drive up.
Do you drive a manual?
No, auto.
Then why are you...
It's just a thing, When you watch something as a child, it sticks with you forever.
Well, I've forgotten most of the stuff I watched in childhood. I mean, if I see it, I'm like, hey, I remember that racist Tom and Jerry episode. But, like, no, when I was small for Christmas, they were given, I got, like, a huge stack of Tom and Jerry TV. Like, it was just piled around the Christmas tree.
Wow.
Like, it was almost as tall as me. And then I watched it, and I was too small to understand any of it. But it was like, there's a whole bunch of racist jokes. There's a whole bunch of... The whole bunch of insensitive, 50s things, 40s things. Yep,
the main highway.
Yep. Walking back down.
Leading into Dunedin. Like Otago Boys is... Oh.
Yeah.
Stewart Street?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is, I'm walking down towards Kmart, and then from Kmart I'm walking back home.
Do you get joy when you get back into town and you're like, yes, I'm almost home?
No.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Like, walking back is kind of a hard part. Well, it isn't and it is. It's more like...
Oh, that's paper something.
Yeah, this is right behind Kmart. This is sort of where
Paper doll. Paper doll?
I don't know. It's just...
Oh, that's the Hercus building. Actually, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Wait. What is it? Oh, this is near the hospital.
Yeah, this is right, I think, in front of the hospital.
Mm-hmm. And you're home!